Hello, welcome to Mowgli TV. I'm very excited to present BPM audio shapes for Resolume 7.22. If you're familiar with the previous version of BPM audio shapes, you'd be interested to know that this is a full new version. It includes more features, it's way more versatile, and it's extremely powerful. This video is going to run you through the basic settings of it so you get an idea of what this beast is capable of doing. So here it is, this preset, which is one of the many included. I've got all these different presets that I've curated to either use straight as they are or get you started manipulating them to make your own clips. All the animation is automatically synced to the master BPM you've got assigned in Resolume. So this is at 120 BPM, as you can see on the master clock here. So we bump this up to, let's say, 300 BPM. You can see that it speeds up the whole thing. There's a lot of control over the individual parameters of the animation, so you can actually tweak it a lot and get very different results, all based around your master BPM clock. Let's have a look at all the different settings that we've got. Right at the top, you've got your shape. You can select from any of these shapes, and we've got some new ones that were not included in the first version. So that's one of the many improvements. Just flick through some of them so you see. Let's go back to our triangle. Then you've got your color, which again, this is a new improvement. I've actually got a color picker rather than just a slider where you can visualize what color you were picking. Now you can pick your color and you can actually pick your different modes, which is very handy if you want to add transparency to your colors or want to be really accurate with your selection. Then you've got positive and negative modes. These are not immediately obvious what they do. As you can see now, I'm switching, but you can't really see much difference, although there is a difference, which becomes more apparent depending on some of the other settings. Then you've got your geometry, which is symmetrical or asymmetrical, which is a very obvious self-explanatory setting. You've got your global scale, which again is quite self-explanatory, and that is actually an integral part of the final effect that you're going to get. So it's a very good thing to play and test it in different points to see what the range of effects that you can get is. It's a bit surprising in what you can actually achieve just using the global scale. Then you've got your shape thickness, which does just that, from completely full to quite thin. You've got your glow effect, which is relative to the brightness of whatever you've got. So the brighter your color that you've got selected over here, the more glow you're going to get. Next, we've got shine, which in combination with glow makes all these different effects possible. So if I bring on the shine, you'll see this is where you have control over the overall style of the final graphic. Then you've got expand, which is a completely new setting that wasn't on the first version, which goes from the compact single shape to expanding it in the x-axis. So it gives you a few more iterations of your shape, and it gives you a lot more versatility when it comes to your final output. Then you've got the animation settings. So first you've got the shape trigger with different switches, all based on the master BPM clock. So you've got from 1 bar to 1/16. You've got the shape easing, which is the easing of the speed at which the shape is coming through. So you've got linear, quad, sine, circular, and exponential. Shape time in and shape time out. Just have a quick play with this. This tutorial is just literally introduction through the settings. I'm not going to get into much detail of how these things actually interact with each other and what the potential is. I'm just going to go through them very quickly. So as you can see, it completely changes the animation. One thing to note is that when you change all these animation settings, it's often not immediately apparent what the change is, because the cycles that are currently being animated will finish and the new cycles will start. So there are no jumps in the animation. It's constantly smooth. It will swiftly move from one thing to the other. So sometimes it takes a bit of time to actually appreciate what the change you've just done on the animation settings is. Next, you've got your wipe, which I'm going to switch off. So that's without the wipe. That's with your wipe, and the wipe's got a few settings, which are the wipe sync speed, again tied to the master BPM clock, whether the motion is your standard, then the standard inverted, and then random, which basically will just move around at different places without going round and round in the same way. You've got your wipe length and the wipe fade. Another new feature, echo, which I'm going to switch off. So that's the basic animation and the echo on, which basically creates another layer that is replicating the animation but with a slight delay on it. And then you've got two switchable color schemes, analogous or complementary, which is great for having matching colors instantly without having to think about it too much. Finally, we've got our FFT settings, which I'm not going to demonstrate on this video. There'll be a devoted one specifically applied to the FFT, but it just comprises of your usual switch so that you can select what your source of FFT is going to be, composition, local or external. And then you've got a gain setting. Bear in mind that you can apply FFT to any of the other settings. So there's a lot more versatility in the FFT side of things if you go individually through all the parameters. But like this is the global one, so that you can just quickly get going. And if you're in a live situation, you can do this without too much thought. So that's it for now. If you're interested in this plugin, stay tuned to my YouTube channel, because I'll be releasing a number of videos getting into the nitty-gritty and the details of how to really exploit this plugin to its full extreme. I hope it's been useful. I hope you like it, and I hope to see you next time.